today we fixed the problem and ended it off with
Yo, what's poppin'? Good morning, good morning. We got a little bit of a annoying problem in the way, but hectic day. I got a lot of stuff to do. Like, for example, I have to write some ads out. I'm gonna do that first actually, because it's like just something I can go into a nice little deep work session with. I'm gonna script out some ads because we do have a 3 ROAS right now on a picture ad, like a fucking picture ad. So I'm gonna start writing out some ad scripts too as well to go over that. But a big problem that we're going through is there has been a lack of closes. Like I said, I'm gonna fucking just be transparent. There's been a lack of closes. It's been kind of annoying, but I know what the problem is. It's the close, like the closing process and like the how the sales calls and the setting calls are going. Mostly this closing calls. And I'm gonna go through that and fix it because I don't like looking through the little payment dashboard and Slack channel and not seeing anything in there. So we're gonna dive into it and fix a bunch of shit. Yo, so I'm gonna go ahead and write off an email. It's gonna be a high ticket email so we can book some more calls in. Because a good thing about email is when like lead flow is a bit slower than usual and you want to like fill out calendars, a good thing to do that I always do is I always have like a fail safe or like a little, I like to call it a little emergency button, emergency email, where I cook up an email to CTA towards coaching so we can get more applications in. So I'm gonna sit down and it's high leverage as fuck. It takes like 15 minutes to write. So I'm gonna sit down, write one out, and then send it off. All right, so a little walkthrough when I'm writing emails is there's a couple things that I always put in there. So one thing I definitely always put in there is I'm always gonna put in a bit of scarcity because I know like off of an email how many people usually convert, and I'll be truthful. I'll say, oh, we're only gonna take on 5 people. That means we usually convert 5 people. I use it like that. I don't really like to be super like 10 spots and then that's it. Like people catch on to that, but the way I do it is it's actually legitimate. Like if I send an email and on average 5 spots get taken, I'm gonna say that in the email, right? So that way it's authentic. I don't like doing the whole fake scarcity, but scarcity is good. Another thing as well in email is I'm always just throwing in some success in there too as well. So let me show you actually. So as you can see here, what I'm talking about is literally creating drops and sellout and shipping over 3,000 orders worldwide, just showing them that you're, authority because you actually do this, all right? But then also having it in here where it's like I'm only taking on 2 brands under my wing and then explaining it. So another thing that people do bad as well that is like really dumb is they'll say something in an email or they'll say something in anything else and they won't give an explanation for it. Like they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm taking on 2 spots. But the biggest thing that helps is giving people a reason. Because I'm only giving away 2 spots because I am running my own business and I only have time to help 2 people. It's like it's an actual like psychological principle. Like if you think about it, I know there was some statistic that was like, if you ask someone to cut in front of you in line, you're like, hey, can I cut in line? The likelihood of them saying yes is low. I'm like, no, you can't cut me away like anybody else. But if you go, hey, can I cut you in line because I have to pick my kid up from school? It shoots up to 97% because they're like, oh, dude has to pick his kid up from school and he's just trying to pick up groceries real quick or something like that, right? You have to always give a reasoning because everyone's like, oh, if there's no reason for it, we're not going to give you anything, right? The same thing. Like it's with anything. So make sure you always leave a reason of why something is like that, especially like in emails, VSLs, whatever you're writing. It'll make the copy stronger. Yo, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and send off the email. And then after I go ahead and I send off the email, I have to write out a closing script because I'm getting another closer on. And I want to just have a simple process that they can follow. So I'm going to go through and write all of those off and send it off too as well. I shit you not, this script/framework is the reason why I've done almost $4 million in a very short time span, right? I should really gatekeep this. I think I'm going to okay, I won't gatekeep this. I'll show you guys just a quick overview of it, and then we'll go into it. So look, check this out. Simple, not complicated. We have the small talk, right? And then we have the state the agenda and take the lead. So pretty much what that'll look like is, like, first I'll ask a few questions, go a bit deeper to make sure you're a good fit. Then if I feel like you're amazing fit, I'll explain how it works. And then I'll just look for a yes or no if you'd like to be a part of it or not. Sounds good. I know there's probably a bunch of other people that are like, oh, you gotta do it like this. It's like, I don't give a fuck, right? There's always people that's always trying to shit on what everybody else does to make their shit better. I mean, that's how you deal with competition, sure. But anyways, I don't give a fuck about that. The reason why I like to do like the yes or no as well is if you do it right, it doesn't even come off as blunt. It's just like, yeah, bro, so what we'll do is we'll go through the call, and then if everything makes sense, what we'll look for is just a yes or a no from you if you want to move forward at the end of the call. The reason why I just like throwing that in is simply just because, like, just letting them know, like, you don't really want to deal with any of, like, the procrastination or any of the think about it objections, right? Simply just because you want to be able to go in, have a conversation, and then at the end, they're not going to say no if you do the call correctly and tell them what they want, but you can make sure you can start to double down and triple down on getting that yes. Breaking it down super simply, like part 3, figuring out why they're here, simply just because, right? I like to do current situation and then desired situation, right? Just going to current situation and desired situation. Situation and desired situation is so important. You don't understand. Like, I like to sell to a gap. That's just like what I really, really love to do. Like, I like to know that you're 20 years old, right? You hate where you are, you know, your mom's going through menopause, your shit's fucking going sour. I just want to know, like, is the current situation that you're in right now fucked up? Great. Wait, not great. We could fix that. I'm not preying on people's downfalls, okay? Is your current situation fucked up, or does it need to be fixed? Yes. Great, right? What's your desired situation? Like, what are your goals? Where do you want to be, right? Why? Like, why do you want to be there? And then figuring out what exactly is stopping you from getting there. And it's asking the right questions, like understanding their current situation, right? So, like, what does your day-to-day life look like right now? Are you in school? Do you have a job? Do you like what you do? Just asking these types of questions, right? Can't go wrong with that. And it's, of course, this is for B2C, for all you fucking nerds out there. After that, it's like going to their current situation. Like, how much do you make? Are you happy with the amount you're making right now? Like, what would you rather be doing? Why would you rather be doing it? Just like, it's so simple, right? It's so simple. Why do you think this business model or this product is what you need, right? It's just going into that desired situation and knowing exactly what their goals are, right? Because at the end of the day, you're selling someone, you're really not even selling the product. You're selling the outcome of the product. So don't be on the call and you're like, yeah, so we do group coaching, and like, bro, everybody fucking does group coaching, bro. You got to sit there and talk to them and figure out what they want, and then go in and pitch them what they want, right? Not the features of your product. And I guarantee if you do this, bro, you'll skyrocket everything that you're doing. So I have finished everything. So now I'm going to do the last thing to fix this fucking problem. I'm going to get on a call with the closer and pretty much just like go over everything to make sure he understands it so we can get it dialed in and start making more money.
So
It's popping.
basically trying to figure out kind of the content and marketing side of things. And obviously wanting to get to that 10K month with your brand.
No, and you are ready to jump into the program. You don't have to talk to him about everything, or like go over finances with him about everything, or, you know, try to put like relay the message back to him or anything, do you? Right? So that way you can tie that ass down to where if he says business partner, he's a retard.
Yeah.
All right, bro. We'll talk soon. Good luck on your calls. Let's get this shit dialed in, and we'll talk. Yeah.
All right.
All right, bro. Peace.
Yo, so I just got that dialed in, talked to him, went over everything about it. It went super good. What I like to do is just like give them the floor, let them go off and just do it, and just so I can sit back and see how they're perceiving it and how they're thinking about it, so I can
tell them to keep going if it's good, or I can be there to correct the process. So we're gonna see if this changes the drought or anything, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated with that. But I'm feeling very confident that it'll fix everything. But we will just have to see. Yep. So it's about the end of the day, and I want to give you guys a quick update on everything so far. So I'll go ahead and show you. These right here are by far the most favorite notifications. As you can see, today we fixed the problem and ended it off with 3 sales. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, but to pretty much end it off, we fixed that annoying sales bottleneck that we had, and now we closed 3 deals, right? So right now we're sitting at around $3,000 in cash collected so far on the day. So if we keep doing this every single day, we're sitting pretty. But till then, I'll keep you boys updated. Peace. These right here are by far the most favorite notifications. As you can see, today we fixed the problem and ended it off with 3 sales.